welcome once again to our Tuesday segment where we do little stories, big impact. And today, look at this. What a big impact we're going to be making with our 4 new Volunteer Centre colleagues. They are part of the Singapore Cares Volunteer Centre at Yishun Town. I'm so glad to introduce them to you. Guys, can you just do a big wave to the camera? And then can you just shout out your name in alphabetical order, please?
Hi, I'm Agnes.
Hi, I'm Akmal.
Ashley, you got it?
Hi, I'm Ashley.
You made me concerned for a bit that we weren't able to read in alphabetical order, but it's okay. It's okay. It's good. It's a comfort to know that it's just a lag. And the last but not least,
I'm Rebecca from Bex.
Yeah, okay. So you can see that they are a very young, up and coming team. And I'm sure everyone is very curious to find out more about them. So guys, tell us a bit more about yourselves.
Okay, I'll go first since we are in alphabetical order. So I'm Agnes. I joined Campus Impact Volunteer Centre not long ago. Like it's my first month here. Like I just hit the 1 month mark. So what I do here is I do community outreach. I'll be working with corporate partners and community partners to find out how they can support the social service agencies in Yishun Town to provide them with some resource support or in terms of volunteering and everything. So that's what I do at VC. So before I joined Campus Impact, I was working in another organization where I actually get to work with a lot of partners to actually reach out to the community. So what is different now is I get to work with the ground directly, so I get a better understanding of the ground needs. So I'm really very excited to be part of this team this time round.
Yeah, and guys, you don't imagine, Agnes started off like telling people about herself by like going straight to her work, right? But actually, she's someone who's very fun-loving, very lively. And tell us a bit more about yourself, not your work.
Yeah. So
what do you like to do?
So actually, right, I'm like an extrovert. So like I really cannot work from home. In fact I'm still trying to adapt, even though we are like more than a year into working from home, right? Since we went to circuit breaker last year. So to keep myself entertained, I've been watching a lot of Chinese variety shows. Yeah, so recently I'm hooked onto this show called Great Escape, where the celebrities are brought to different places and then they just have to escape out of the rooms lah. So it's like the physical escape room that we have in Singapore, but they bring it up and turn it into a show. So that's how I bring myself out of home, because we all have to stay at home now, right?
It sounds like you really want to escape your house. Okay, let's move on to Akmal. Akmal, yes.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Akmal. So I've also recently joined the Volunteer Centre team about, I think, more than a month now, by a week. So I think a little bit about myself. I have the privilege of serving the needs of Yishun, and I myself am a resident of Yishun. Yeah, so that's really a double privilege to be part of the VC team and to really propagate the spirit of volunteerism in town. Yeah, I do enjoy a good relaxation time, like over Netflix. I do echo Agnes as well. Although I'm introverted on paper, but I do need to socialize. I do need to get out to meet people and connect with them. So just being a part of the VC team also allows, I think, all of us here to get in touch with the ground and understand the local community needs. And in my role here as a marketing executive, I do look forward to raising the awareness and building the presence of the volunteer centre into Yishun, so that myself, my residents, and perhaps all the other corporate stakeholders within Yishun can get up together and build a caring society. So that's something I'm really looking forward to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice. Akmal has a very, very megawatt smile. I love it also. And really a true blue Yishunite, full of the kampong spirit that we have here at Yishun. Very warm and loving individual. And I think if you read his profile, right, you can actually just really go up to him and say hi. So if you see him around in Yishun, just go, hey, Akmal, I saw you on the CI Facebook. Yeah, and I think very, very happy to see how our VC team must probably be one of the most capable people in Yishun. They are always keen to find out about what initiatives are going on, what volunteers are up to, what SSAs are up to, so that we can be better plugged in to the community. So yeah, thanks so much for that, Akmal. Now moving on to Ashlyn.
Actually, so I just started working for the volunteer center team in about mid-April. Yeah, so just a bit more about myself. I'm actually Eastie, but campus in fact is at Yishun. But yeah, no matter where we are, we're all Singaporeans and we're all serving everyone lah. Yeah, so outside of work, I have a passion for children and youth and also mental health. So during COVID last year, during the whole circuit breaker thing, I actually started volunteering for this non-profit that deals with children and youth, mental awareness and health promotion for these children lah. Yeah, so I think it's something that is very interesting for me. Yeah, because I've been like serving in church for a few years, but it's only last year I started like truly volunteering on the ground and things like that. So it makes me aware that like, oh, actually there's so much things that we can do even if it's COVID. Like we can truly still reach out to like different beneficiaries. We can still do virtual engagement, and it's important yeah. And on top of all of this, I also believe that like having self-care is very important, especially we're all working in this sector of social service We don't want to get ourselves burnt out.
Yeah, for sure. And Ashlyn, you definitely have to self-care given that you have to travel and really go the extra distance. And even in your free time, you're still giving of yourself. So remember to practice what you preach and really, really make sure that you're getting the rest. But that's something that I'm so proud of the team. Did you know, guys, that every single one of our VC colleagues are actually volunteers in their own free time? Do you know that? Like, wow, give them a round of applause. Woohoo! They are really, really fantastic. I'm so proud of them, so energetic, and really people who really practice what they preach. They walk the talk, they really do it. So it's not just an idea of volunteerism, it's just something that they do when they're at work. They really live it. So thanks so much, guys. Okay, now on to last but not least, Bex.
Okay, I'm Bex. I'm kind of a fresh grad-ish. I graduated last year and I was a major in sociology in uni. And I used to work in social enterprises in marketing, but then I realized that I wanted to do like more direct and ground work to help the less privileged in society lah. And also because I volunteer, right? And so I really see like how volunteering can help make the society better. So I decided to join the volunteer center team in Yishun. Yeah, but then also fun fact, right? I actually applied for marketing. Then they were telling me, oh, actually there's this other guy that is able to do this. Then I'm like, oh no, I cannot do all this. So they very nicely and kindly said that I think you're more suited for this other job, this other position that I'm in now. So yeah.
And how's the fit so far?
Great. Much better.
Bex, what are you doing in your day-to-day?
Working.
So millennial, like okay.
On my free time.
Let me rephrase, okay? What do you do for your work day to day when you come to work every day, right? Because you were saying that you feel like it's a better fit, you wanted to do marketing, but how is what you're doing better for you?
Okay. Yeah, so we have different portfolios. For my portfolio, I oversee the social service agencies, they're called SSAs, and religious organizations. So I reach out to these two groups and then I see how I can help them serve their community better in Yishun. So my day-to-day life will be like a lot of interacting with people over the phone, on email or WhatsApp. And I'm a huge introvert. So at first I was a bit like, wow, tiring. But I think it's just the one to really help people. And also because now I'm doing like the donation drive stuff and I interact a lot with the donors. So I think it's their passion and their really like burden to help other people, which drives me and gives me more energy also when talking to them. Yeah, then I also reach out to SSAs to see how we can help them, especially during this period because it's COVID time. So a lot of them have changed their programs to be online. So a lot of them are searching for virtual volunteers lah. So wink wink. If any of y'all want to do virtual volunteering in Yishun, DM us.
They're like selling some koyok here right now. Please like and subscribe. PM us.
Yeah, and
Look
also
for
like
Dex.
for CI, I'm sure CI is also looking for virtual volunteering lah. And all the kids are very cute in CI, so
They are, and I saw them online. It's so cute, and I do want to say thank you so much for recruiting all these amazing volunteers for us. They came for the volunteer training. It was so lovely to see their enthusiasm. So I totally get it, Bex. When you say, that's the thing that motivates you, it's the thing that gives you the energy. It's so wonderful, I think, seeing people give back and having fun while they do it. Of course, not to discount that the work's not challenging, but I think it's a growth period for so many people. And I think every time we interact with the child, we get to learn from them as they get to learn from us. And it's really just life impacting life. Thanks so much for that, Bex. And I know you've like delved into a little bit of your work. Agnes also did so earlier because she's so excited. Akmal also kind of like said, okay, marketing. So the only person that we haven't really heard share a bit more about her work is Ashlyn. Ashlyn, can you just describe a little bit about what a day in your life is like?
Yeah, so actually my portfolio deals a lot more with students and also schools. So this can varies from like secondary school children or youth to like university students. So I work with the various schools, student volunteers, sometimes on their service learning projects or programs or their VIAs. And on top of that, I also look at how to promote youth volunteerism in Yishun or in Singapore, and also look at the youth volunteerism trend. So what are some of the things that youth like to do? So I think now it's quite interesting because with the whole COVID and also the change in this how people look at volunteerism per se, there's a lot of there's a rising trend of skills-based volunteerism, and how when you talk to students, they're actually very adaptable. So now it's COVID, right? Now we're at the heightened alert phase 2 and things like that. So previously, a lot of their proposal actually is about how to, like work with the beneficiary more of on the ground. But I'm very heartened to see that, like they are very fast and very adaptable, even though they may having schools or they may have like exams, but they're very fast to switch over to like virtual, and they're just so ready to serve. So that is something that I'm very heartened to see. And just now I mentioned that I have a passion for children and youth. So to be able to work in this particular role is something that just very encouraged lah. Yeah.
Nice. Thanks so much, Ashlyn. And on that very heartwarming note, right? Anyone else wants to share about something meaningful that you found in your work? And I'm mindful to understand that of course awkward silence, right? Like they've only been here for like what, a month or so. So it's not been that long, to be fair. But I did remember a couple of the colleagues from the VC sharing their miracle stories in our team meetings already. So I do know that every day there's always something a little bit, right? Like it's the small miracles that happen every day at Campus Impact. So yeah, I noticed Agnes was kind of ready to go. Did I interrupt you?
Yeah. No, you didn't interrupt me. I'll go first. Yeah, so even though like I just hit my 1 month mark, right? I went out for a few volunteering sessions with the team lah. So one of it was a grocery distribution at Yishun town. So what happened is this organization actually does facilitate grocery distribution every week to the residents in Yishun. So it really heartens me because like when we were distributing the groceries, right, the recipients kept saying thank you to me, but I was just there to distribute groceries, and like even though it was like such a trying period, right, where like we are in this like COVID situation, everyone cooperated, everyone like lined up. They, even though most of them were elderly, right, they knew that they had to keep like a meter apart from each other, and then like everything was so in order that the distribution was done in like less than an hour, and like we even had extras to bless the community. So like this is where I find that my job is very meaningful, because like I get to interact with these people on the ground. Yeah, and it keeps me going. So like I really want to find more corporate partners so that we can reach out to more people in issue. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Totally making Yishun greater.
Yes.
Yeah, that's our tagline, by the way. Our VC goal. It's not to make Yishun great, because Yishun is already great. We are going to make Yishun greater. Okay, anyone else want to go next?
I can go next. So just now I was mentioning about the donors, right? And there were two donors that particularly stood out to me lah. One of them is called, okay, for anonymity's sake, she's called Donor A. Yeah, so Donor A, when she first contacted us, she only had 6 miles to donate. But then later on, she just texted me, say, "Oh, I put together my friends, and then like we came up with a bunch of other things that we can donate." Then I said, "Oh, that's great." Okay, then I thought that was the end of it. Then after she texted me some more, "Oh, I've gotten more friends. What else y'all need? You can help." Then I was like, "Wow, oh my goodness!" Because not only do they have to like order the donations, right? They also have to deliver it to the center by themselves as well. And for this donor, right, because she was in contact with another SSA, the SSA actually asked her for some help in delivering the donation straight to the beneficiary's house. And I mean, it's quite effort lah. You must go to the beneficiary's house and deliver the donations and like maybe talk to them a bit. But she was very willing to do it lah, and she's still working. So they have to do it out of their own like very minimal free time. So I was very like, wow, my goodness, like wow, Yishun people actually quite nice for.
We are. Like Angmo, right? We are very nice here.
Definitely.
And then for the other donor, right, donor B, she was so contacted to donate items. So then later she told me that she started this like videography company, and then she asked me like if anyone needs her and her company to do any videos. Then I was like, oh wow, actually, I mean, it's quite a big, huge feat also to make a video, right? So I managed to link them up with another grown-up movement because both of them are interested in eco-sustainability. So I think they were like, oh yes, okay, let's go do it. Like me and my company is very excited to go and do, which was very nice lah. I'm just very happy to see like people like really putting in effort, not just their time also, like purposely want to help other people.
Yeah, it's really done with love. And I think it's so amazing because there's so much synergy that I'm seeing, One volunteer can bring another, who then brings another, who then brings another, and then you get this huge ripple effect of good just being done. And I think it sometimes takes that initiative, from us, right, to just spark it. And then, it just takes on a life of its own. And that's what you guys do every day. Thanks so much. Okay. Are there any more meaningful stories that we want to share? If not, I will move on to best hopes. But if there are lah, so I see Amma smiling. Amma got something, is it?
Okay lah. I just wanted to share. I mean, I do echo the sentiments that Agnes and Bex shared with regards to interfacing with volunteers and all our partners lah. So although I'm doing marketing, so I don't technically interface with any of our stakeholders beyond supporting the team with marketing assets and all. But I do appreciate the privilege that I get to hear all these meaningful stories, all these very purposeful, driven individuals doing good for the community, uplifting our residents here in Yishun, and to be able to massage all that messaging, all that testimonials from these individuals can really be very uplifting, personally for me also, because at the end of the day, my duty is also to leverage different channels to communicate out what these individuals have done, all these exemplary role models that we can follow. So in a way, this line of work that I'm doing as well to craft a very neat narrative and to retell the story of all these great individuals is also I find very, very meaningful as being part of this team. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's very precious, and each of these stories, right? Like we curate it, it becomes like such a nice collection of
Mm.
the little miracles that we can just accumulate day by day. Yeah, and that becomes the story of Yishun also. Thanks so much, Angma. Okay, so best hopes for your work. What do you hope to see happening in Yishun? How we say greater and all that is like a bit abstract still. So what does greater look like?
I think I can probably speak for residents in Yishun. Oh, sorry.
Yes. No, yes,
No,
Angma,
no, speak for residents of Yishun first.
I mean, we may or may not be aligned with whatever I have in my view, but I guess there's been a lot of identity crisis with Yishun, a lot of backlash with all this incredible. Okay, I won't say incredible, but just very viral news that goes around, specifically in Yishun for some reason. So to have to have this capability as a VC to inculcate and foster volunteerism is a great platform for all of us as well to really spread the spirit of altruism at the same time, and again to build a caring society and like what Alice always mentions, to make issue greater. Yeah. And a thing that I believe in, I mean, for personally, I do follow this quote myself. It's by Maya Angelou. Uh, I'm not sure about how it is word forward, but I remember these two phrases: when you learn, teach; when you get, give. Yeah. So I do want to translate this quote into actionable outcomes for the residents in Yishun, so that at any point in time, if they've learned something new or they have any insights that could help the community, do step forward, do approach us, and let VC be the voice for you to spread the good word, to help the community and strengthen all our like kampung spirit lah, at the end of the
That's
day.
right.
Yeah.
I love that, Amal. Thank you so much. Anyone else want to jump in? Yeah.
Oh my god, Agma spoil market. You got quote something.
Hey, I'm going to ask for a quote to encourage volunteers. I think that's amazing. We should end with that, okay? Okay, yes, but we will share first on best hopes. Best hopes for your work.
What? Me?
Anyone wants to go next can just tell us about.
Let me go next. Like, yeah. So I think I shared a bit just now lah. So like I shared that I wanted to get like more corporate partners, like to build up this like contact base, so that when anyone in the Yishun community needs help, right, then there is something that we can offer to them. So like for example, when Bex come to me and say, hey, this SSA needs something, then I'll like, okay, sure, I'll contact this organization and they'll be able to support. Yeah, so this is my best hopes.
Nice. Yeah, I used to have a best hopes, right? That we build up like an army of volunteers. It sounds very militant and aggressive, but that's my best hopes. And then like every time any SSA needs help, or we operational, the green man that appears on the TV. I don't know. That's like quite years when I was growing up. This army, then Operation Octopus, and then like, we know we can mobilize people just so immediately, like just like that. And the people who need help can get the help quickly. They can get effective help. They can get really something that supports them in their time of need. Yeah, that's like my best hope for the PC. Yeah, okay. And anyone else? Like Ashley, you've been quite quiet. Do you want to share your best hope?
For me is I want people to start saying, because I feel that like now people usually look at the younger generation as like like very strawberry generation, or they are very transactional or like very pragmatic people, which I don't really agree with that. And I really want to change like how people see them, or their mindset, or the attitude towards younger people lah. Because I feel that like younger people they have such bright eyes, and they just see things differently. They may not have that much of like experience or exposure, but I believe that like once like they're given a chance, or they're invested or empowered in, right, they can do so much more greater things lah. Like I think for the past like 1 week or so, I have the experience of talking to a few student volunteers, and I think it's very interesting that they all highlighted that they want to see things that are like consistent and sustainable, and these are things coming out of youth of only like maybe 17 or 18-year-old. Yeah, like can you believe like if we invest in them, like 10 years later, like where would all these people be and what they could be doing. So like it could be it's very encouraging and it can be very empowering lah. Yeah.
Nice. Thanks for that, Ashlyn. Bex?
My best hopes are that my contract can be renewed.
Okay, I hear you.
No, I have a proper answer for it.
Okay, yes.
I mean, it's very similar to what all of them have shared also, that we all like, it's all about like more hands make lighter work, something like that. And that like, even though all of us, like the different SSAs are helping different beneficiaries, we all ultimately want the same thing, like is to like see the Singapore society become better. Yeah, and I think if we come together and really pull all our resources together, then like we can make issues greater again. Not again, make issues greater.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we really are stronger together, and we are more than the sum of our parts. So like what you were saying earlier, right? 1+1 is really like exponential. So we can together do so much more. And thank you so much, the four of you, for coming on today. If anyone has pearls of wisdom like our Mr. Akmal here, any last encouraging quotes, any last messages that you want to say to volunteers? Now's the time.
I have one more, but perhaps it's really just for to really encourage volunteers lah. I also go by this quote like whenever I go for job interviews lah. I think Alicia, you probably heard this, but I believe that you don't grow if you are comfortable. Yeah, so I would really encourage prospective volunteers or those who really want to give back or pay it forward or really make a difference to the community. Step out of your comfort zone, approach us, reach out to any of our friendly faces or our emails eventually, and just express your desire and ways that you really want to help our community. Yeah. So like, I do echo what Ashlyn said lah. If I guess we do have the capacity as a VC to also invest in all of the dreams, the interests, the support that different individuals could could empower different beneficiaries in Yishun town. So yeah, so if you don't grow, you won't grow if you're comfortable. So get up and I guess you can email any of us or you can go to Campus Impact and find our email there. hello@campusimpact.org.
Like and subscribe.
And share the video.
Yes, correct, Agnes. Okay, Ken. Everyone, I just have one final favor. Let's say together, okay? Let's make Yishun great. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's make Yishun great. Okay, thanks so much, guys. Looking forward to seeing you again. And yeah, like and subscribe and do all the crazy social media stuff.
And share.
Share. Thank you.